So then, finally, I've been there since 9:30. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. I think 3 or 4 is when I started to raise hell about everything. Uh, she or not she. There's these sweet black lady nurses who come in and they listen to my whole story and they're like, "There's no reason you should be going through this. Like, you should not be coming to the ER this many times. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry you're going through this." Um, they talked to some people. I had a neurologist come in and he goes, "You need to see a specialist, but honestly, there's nothing we can really do here. It is what it is. You need to see a specialist about your back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Like, no shit. That's duh. I'm here because my heart was racing. I don't really know why I'm here. Y'all haven't told me why I'm here." And he's like, "Well, you came in." I was like, "I didn't come in with shit. The urgent care sent me here. I literally went to urgent care for my sinuses." So, um, yeah. The neurologist also got a little rude and asked if I bought my wheelchair or was I prescribed a wheelchair. And I was like, "I was prescribed a wheelchair." "Well, what's the prescription?" "I don't remember because they didn't get the wheelchair right. So how am I supposed to know what the prescription was? Like, I don't carry that on hand. Like, sorry that I don't keep my wheelchair prescription in my back pocket." Felt like I get that there's probably people out there who fake having like the need for a wheelchair or scooter or mobility devices. But at the same time, you can use a little bit more tact when you ask somebody something like that. Like, that's just kind of douchey. And so then the ER doctor comes in there because after my husband asked for nurse admin and I've talked to these two lovely black nurses about what's going on. He comes in and he explains why they did all the tests. They thought I might be having a stroke. They thought I might be having a blood clot or embolism or whatever. So they have to make sure they can rule those things out. So then he's like, "I didn't really see anything that could really pop that on your test." And then I said, "Do you want to look at my drugs and see if any of these could do this?" And then he looks at the same drugs the urgent care doctor looks at and he like, "You're on a muscle relaxer?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm on a muscle relaxer." He goes, "That's probably why your arm went limp." And I'm like, "Fancy that. Fancy blipping that." And he's like, "That doesn't explain your heart racing, but it does explain your arm going limp." And I was like, And he's like, I'm kind of sorry that you were here all day and we didn't really look at that very closely." I'm like, "Yep." So I spent my whole day, my husband had like a half day at work, spent the whole day in the ER because nobody bothered to realize I was on a muscle relaxer and that may have caused my arm to go limp and me to get dizzy and all those other lovely side effects I was having. So yeah, so much fun. So much fun.